Oh, Emily's asking about the beads. It's for Crash Octopus. We're playing Crash Octopus tonight.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, what is this game called Crash Octopus?
It's the super flicking game.
Yeah, that's not what I thought it said.
We gotta start the show.
Yeah, I guess we do.
We'll never learn.
Really
never
bad
learn.
at that.
Welcome to Above the Board.
With Josh,
And Phil.
where we stay above the
Above
board.
the board. I didn't want to step on that.
No, we're doing it.
We're recording to a live streaming audience on twitch.tv/abovetheboard.
I did purchase, in anticipation for the holidays, Jackbox Party 8, and I tested it out. Pretty sweet.
Nice. I need to tell you about this risk I took on a game called Zombicide.
Was it?
Zombicide.
Oh, okay, Zombicide.
Like genocide, but for zombies.
Yeah?
Sounds so grim now.
Is it like a video game or a board game?
A board game.
Oh.
It's thrilling.
Sounds
It'll be
thrilling.
above the board. I lost my train of thought. We're introducing a podcast.
Yeah, so...
I wanted to shout out my mom. I mentioned that we were recording a podcast.
Yeah?
And she's like, let me listen to it.
Okay.
I said, well, what it is we record on Twitch streaming while we play a board game.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not going to watch that.
That's fine.
And I was like, but the podcast is like, edit out all the game stuff. And then we
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, well, I'll listen to that. Can I get it on iHeartRadio? And so I've been looking into it. We're on Apple now and Google now.
Well, we're on Spotify.
And Spotify. But iHeartRadio is not one of the options. So you probably got to be a big deal. They got to approach you to be on iHeartRadio.
I would assume we're on Downcast if we're on Spotify and Apple.
I looked up one of them. I thought it was called Outcast.
Downcast.
It might be Downcast. I don't know.
Outcast is a sweet, melodic duo.
Yeah.
They're not a duo anymore.
Oh. Did they ever officially break up?
Yeah.
I thought they just like went on a long break.
No.
That never.
Yeah, I feel like you need to throw a Friends reference in there for your.
We were on a break.
But no, then I think they're done. I mean, like, there's no drama there. There's no like bad vibes. They've gone their separate
Did you see
ways.
the Key and Peele sketch where they like run into each other in a coffee shop?
No.
And Outcast is being all weird and Big Boy's like, leave me alone. It's really good.
It sounds like them. Reminds me of the movie Idlewild. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
It's the Outcast film. It's weird. It's good.
Sure.
It's good. Cause
I always thought they were an interesting duo. Because Outcast is like real out there.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, Andre 3000 is real out there.
But so is Big Boy. Only when he's with Andre 3000.
Yeah, but because like they did the Speaker Box and the Love Below.
Such a good duo album. Like, it's so good. It's one of my favorites.
Big Boys was like more like straight up classic rap.
Yeah.
And then Andre 3000 is all like crazy indie stuff.
Yeah, talking about Dracula being a wonderful friend in the nighttime, we'll say. We'll keep it PG and above the board. Nighttime friend. Nighttime.
Featuring Incubus.
Did you say featuring Incubus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, another random thing before we get to the game. I'm going to Cincinnati this weekend, so I was looking up for fun things for the family.
Yeah, what are you doing in Cincinnati?
I didn't pick anything. But there's like a castle. Like somebody built a castle that's like a replica of like Scottish castles.
That's weird.
Which is weird already. And I'm reading about it. They don't do anything. They're just like, we're a castle and you can come. Like FAQ is like, do you serve food? They're like, no. A lot of great spots to have a picnic though.
All right.
And so
you should go to the Cincinnati Museum, the Union Central thing. It's like 5 museums in one.
I know. I was looking at that. That seems cool.
We go there quite often.
I didn't finish telling you why I brought the castle.
Yes.
Because for $300 you can do like a ghost hunt overnight in this castle.
A ghost hunt?
Yeah.
Okay. Like proton packs?
I guess. They don't provide it. Like you have to be like a ghost hunter.
Oh man.
With all your own
if only
EKG meters or whatever.
Yeah. And traps. Like you just like roll up with like all the stereotypical Ghostbuster equipment.
Yeah.
Even including jumpsuit.
It's just like you got to sign a waiver that says you're not going to pull the place apart.
Well, that's fair.
The front page is like, this castle's haunted. Oh no, it says, do you believe in ghosts? Well, we're haunted. If you don't, well, tough on that.
They built it.
This dude built it a long time ago though.
Like, okay.
So, I don't know. What is the requirement for getting a ghost? Do they migrate?
I
or
just
does someone
feel
have to like actually
I
get
just feel
killed?
like, okay, so like if you're going to talk about a haunted castle, that's hundreds of years. Like, do you think of a modern haunted castle? I don't. I think of something that's like...
because castles aren't modern.
Exactly.
You can, like, can't you haunt any building, though?
Sure. But it's still like it's okay. It's just weird. Like there's haunted houses.
Yeah.
There's haunted castles. There's haunted hospitals. Right.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's great. Right. But like when you think of those places, there's like specific types of ghosts that live in them. Right. Haunted house could be anything you want. Right. haunted hospital is typically like, I mean, not to be not sensitive, I guess, but like, you know, in traditional horror movies, if it's a haunted hospital, it's like crazy people that are dead.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you know what I mean? And then haunted castle.
It can't just be like some guy with that rolling IV, like hobbling through the hallway.
I mean, I guess it could, in theory. But like, you talk about haunted castle, like you just immediately think of like old timey ghosts.
Like it's got to be like a knight.
At least, you know. But then again, like there's that castle over in Lexington that they talk about being haunted too, and that is not an old castle at all. It's like at most 50 years. At most.
Maybe it's like the Gargoyles animated series, where they moved the castle brick by brick and brought the ghosts with them.
That is a deep cut, my friend. And I weirdly enough know exactly what you're.
Yes, dude. It is. Target has this Gargoyles board game.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking we should buy it to play it on here.
Apparently it's really good too.
Yeah,
I keep seeing it on like top lists of like board games that came out in 2021.
Oh, nice. I just liked it because it had like 3D buildings and like your figures, so you got to like jump from building to building like a gargoyle.
Like a gargoyle, like Broadway or Hudson,
yes,
or Lexington, or Goliath.
Well, it's on Disney Plus. I actually started watching the first few episodes.
Is it really?
Yeah, and they picked their names based on the
streets, right?
Apparently, yeah. Well,
or landmarks, I guess.
In ancient times, where they came from, gargoyles didn't have names.
No.
And so,
is that what they say?
Yeah. So now that they're in New York or whatever,
yeah,
they pick their favorite things.
I just like how Disney's Gargoyles created the whole like villain, like the Xanatos thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like no matter what you do, like the villain always wins. Have you seen this? You know what I'm talking about? It's like there's a flow chart. I forget what it's called. It's like because David Xanatos, like, he's the main antagonist for the show, right? But there's like this flow chart that somebody did, and it's now like a TV trope where it doesn't matter what the hero does, the villain always wins in some way. You could kill the villain.
Is like, oh, that was part of my plan.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the Mysterio in Far From Home. Like you could kill the villain, and he's like, well, but I outed you as a murderer.
Yeah.
And now everyone thinks you're a killer and you're crazy, so I win.
In our chat, since we're recording to a live streaming audience.
Yeah, we did.
Emily shouts out, did I feel ghost vibes during our anniversary dinner at the Kentucky Castle?
That's what I'm talking about. The Kentucky.
I didn't know. I thought I was afraid that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
No.
You were afraid? That's what
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe my steak was only delicious because there was a ghost in it.
You ate a ghost! They're not edible. They're people.
I mean, I wouldn't eat a person, but like ghosts are like different, right?
I guess. They're made of ectoplasm. What does that taste like?
It's like, this beef is good. And they're like,
slimy.
It's ghost spleen.
Just cut to
Goes down easy.
Slimer,
0 calories.
Slimer's in the bag just licking your steak before he puts it on the grill. And that's actually the seasoning, you know. It's not spices and herbs, it's ghost slime. Ectoplasm. So what about this Crash Octopus game?
Okay.
The what is it called? The Great
It's just called
Super Flicking Game.
Yes.
Again, not what it looks
I know,
like.
we're going to have to say that slowly.
Super Flicking Game. This is somewhat appropriate for me. An ocean-themed game.
Why is that?
Well, Philip. I'm glad you asked. My family and I will be at a beach for the holidays. Which is why this will be probably our last stream until the new year, until 2020.
Yeah. See y'all next year.
Yeah.
That's how we should sign off.
We should.
Classic dad style.
We may see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.
Interestingly, though, in this game, you don't pick your color.
Oh.
Because after the game starts, you'll like want to pick the advantageous position. So we can pick 2 colors we like, I guess.
Okay. I'll do blue, and you can pick another color that you like.
Orange.
All right.
They're opposite sides of the color wheel.
They are. They
if
are.
you like a high contrast.
Complementary colors. Is that what they're called?
I don't know. They're on opposite sides. Maybe they're antagonistic. It's the Xanatos rule.
Welcome to Above the Board podcast, where we talk about elementary things.
So here's these treasure pieces. The idea is they all like fell off the boat when the octopus attacked.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to flick them back onto the boat. That's the game in a nutshell.
How do you flick it?
With these flags. You use your boat's flag.
Oh, okay.
What? The player who has encountered an octopus most recently is the starting player?
I mean, it's been a few years. But I guess technically... Well, no, I saw one in Newport. Does that count?
When did you go? Was it the last 4 years? That's the last time I've been to an aquarium.
Yeah. I mean, it was this year.
On SNL this weekend, there was an octopus in one of the sketches.
That's ridiculous.
Alright, you win. So, since you get to go first, you get to set up the board. Take these in your hand. So now you drop them over the octopus head in the middle. Like, gently, you want to keep them in the circle. There you go.
Look at that.
I think I'll take the blue ship. Seems like it's in a better spot. Okay, so you grab the orange flag. The way you do it is that you use your little flag and you flip it, and you want to knock one of these pieces of treasure into your boat. If you hit your ship with the treasure, you get to put it on. Like a little subtle rule here is you have to like balance them all on your ship. Alternatively, you can navigate your ship, where if you flick the anchor, you can then move your boat next wherever the anchor goes. So if you get all 5 types of treasure on your ship, you win. Once the octo counter hits the end, the game is also over, and we just count up by points. If we tied the same amount of treasure, the captain is worth more than the gold goblet, it's worth more than the gold bar, it's worth more than the turquoise gem. It's more than the brown treasure chest.
Gotcha.
The one time I've played previously, it did end in a tie, and we didn't pay attention to that. And someone's like, "Yay, I have a captain. You lose."
Oh.
Whatever treasure is closest to your ship, you're not allowed to flick. And the final thing is when the octopus attacks, you get to bounce this single die off the octopus head. If you hit their ship and knock stuff off, that's good. If you don't hit their ship, blank side means you can move a tentacle wherever you want, and dot side means you can move the octopus head wherever you want. Now we're in business.
All right.
I'm going to have to get up and walk around. Oh, this is a bad choice for the stream.
That's all right. I'm going to try to go for this captain. And... Flick. Oh! Missed. Excuse my jacked up forearms.
Oh, this teal one. The gym. Yes! Loading it up. Ta-da!
Very good.
Your go.
I'm going to go for this treasure chest, I guess. Son of a gun.
So, you've been wanting to talk about Dexter.
Yeah, man. For 2 weeks, and we just keep getting distracted. So Dexter, the reboot, I guess, I don't know if it's gonna continue past this, but it's called Dexter New Blood. It's almost at the end of this.
So you've been sitting on this for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, I think this one's closer, so I'm gonna go for this one.
All right, go for it.
You trust me. I shouldn't have to interrupt you. Don't you? You trust me, right?
No, I don't. But who am I to argue?
Do you trust me?
Are we gonna go on a magic carpet ride?
It's a whole new world.
I mean, it is 2021. But yeah, and anyway, so like if you're a fan of Dexter, suck it. Treasure chest. Not you. I was talking about treasure chest.
I heard.
Yeah. Anyway, no, Dexter New Blood is very good for fans of the original, and it's kind of like...
We haven't been moving up to octopus. So next treasure, octopus attack time.
The original show kind of got hosed with the finale. Like the series finale of season 8, and a lot of fans are pretty angry about it.
So I feel like that's old enough. You can say like, why did the fans dislike the end of season 8?
Well, they killed off Deb, his sister, and that was very out of left field. Didn't really add anything to the story, It didn't really it just was unnecessary bloodshed. And then Dexter, it really was.
I mean, this is a funny term for a show about a serial killer.
Well, he's a vigilante serial killer. There's a difference between just killing to kill and killing bad people like he does. Like he just doesn't kill random people on the street.
Oh, sure.
They gotta be people that escape the justice system. Yeah, Deb dies in the season 8 finale. Cause yeah, you're right. It came out in 2015 maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time. And this show is definitely a continuation of the story in a way that is like an apology to the fans.
So it starts with Deb being resurrected. You still get your captain. Oh, shoot, we didn't do this thing. This crab movement is key. We need to remember this. Octopus attack. So you have to bounce it off the octopus head. Strategically, you can try to bounce it off the head to hit me. But I think if it goes off the board, then you're a bad person.
Jeez. A blank. It almost hit you, though.
Yeah, so you can now move any of the tentacles adjacent to the die. So did Dexter come back all as one season? Or is it releasing weekly?
It's a weekly thing. It's on Showtime.
Gotcha.
The time frame was kind of weird at first, and then it sort of starts this.
Sorry, I tried to catch up with the chat. Emily enjoyed our Aladdin bromance.
Well, who wouldn't?
I'm sorry. You were talking about how great Dexter was.
It is I mean, it's not great.
Oh.
It's fine. Like, it's so far, it's a passable apology, you know?
Oh, move the bead because you got some treasure. Okay, so it's just like redeeming the show.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like mind blowing or anything.
But you're just like, this is
I
better
enjoy
than
it.
we got.
Yeah, so far. And the time jump is interesting because he has a son that was a toddler, like 1 or 2 years old.
I remember seeing like the show poster
Maybe
or whatever
3.
where he had like the papamoose. I don't know what it's called. Pompoose. What is it? The baby sack you put on your back?
Oh, yeah. There's several different ones that are pretty good. There's like him with the baby. There's him that's like using a corpse's hand to like rest on, you know, like this whole pose.
Oh, ugh.
But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it on Dexter. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything on the new show, but it is for fans who enjoy the character, enjoy what they were trying to do, but then they kind of failed with the original like finale. We're definitely redeeming themselves right now. It's just not, I don't know. Like, I feel like Dexter peaked in like season 2 or 3. You know
Did
what I
it
mean?
have like 8 seasons?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
feel
the
like
point.
I generally believe shows like peak at season 2 or 3. Because like in season 1, every show is trying to find its footing, and then season 2,
That was not good.
that was a regular flick. That wasn't a super flick.
Super flicking game.
Exactly, your basic flick.
Yeah. Well,
it's
you know
not
what?
for this game.
You know what, Philip? Take your turn before I choke you with an octopus tentacle. That's what you get. That's what you get.
All right. Oh, I did score one. Octopus attack time. All right, now I'm gunning for you. You're right by that juicy octopus head. Dang. Oh man. I think I ended up helping you more than hurting you. Your shot.
This octopus is like crazy.
It's a big one.
Its head's all the way down there. Tentacles all the way over here. Wild. Okay.
Yeah, score it. So tie it up 3-3.
So you also have a show that you've been wanting to talk about at least for a week. Hitmonkey.
Yes. Hitmonkey. So did you watch the whole thing now?
Not all of it, but enough to talk about it. Enough to talk. It is. I don't know if I can finish it. It's not. It's fine. It's just like.
It's not your jam?
It's not my jam. It's okay though. Like, it's fun, and it definitely takes a fun twist on the character from the comics.
Yeah.
I was not expecting really anything that they did in the show, but it's fine. It works because the comic character is just a ridiculous character.
Yes. I just like it. Just reminded me how much I enjoy dark humor.
Yeah. It's definitely that.
It cracks me up, and also it's like you were talking about Ted Lasso. Maybe it was off the podcast, but I was like, not a huge Jason Sudeikis fan.
Yeah, and I don't understand.
And
if you don't like him,
so
why do you like that show so much?
Well, part of it is that show. I feel like that's his lane.
Yeah,
is like kind of the cynical commentator.
One way of putting it.
Secondly, I recently saw him do an interview where he was like this genuinely nice person.
Yeah,
and he was talking about how that he was like he was a writer on SNL for 2 years before he was on the cast, and he's talking about how he went up to Lorne and he's like, "There's 2 things I like doing, and that's living with my wife and performing, and I'm not doing either of them on SNL." And Lorne Michaels was like, "Well, how about not doing one of those?" And he was talking about how he was on a basketball team in high school, and to make people laugh, he was like doing his like Running Man dance or whatever.
Yeah.
And so his first on-screen appearance was like in the background of some sketch doing that dance. And then it became like part of the What's Up With That sketch.
Yeah.
And he like took off to his stardom or whatever.
That's hilarious.
And, but anyways, man, so if you're not going to finish it.
Yeah, you go ahead and spoil it.
It's been out long enough. You should have watched it by now, fans.
It's been out for over a month.
If you like insanely violent cartoons.
Yeah. It does have the Marvel moniker on it,
which
though.
I don't necessarily. It is like I felt like nothing about this show was appealing to me, and I just
It's just confusing me.
Which is like super ironic. I turned it on just because it's like a Marvel show.
Yeah, okay.
But you know me. I'm not a huge like label guy either. But it's just like
you're
on a whim.
You're not helping your case.
No, and so this is exactly. I'm sure this is why I like it and you don't. It's because it's so far off other Marvel stuff.
No. I mean, listen, I don't like it for the fact that it's so different, or it's not like Marvel brand, quote unquote.
Yeah.
It's just I do like Jason Sudeikis, but I do not like him in this show. And half the time I'm like, if this guy does not shut up, you know?
I just like his interaction with the monkey. It's like constant. It's exhausting. That's what it is. But the monkey's like exhausted with you.
He sure is. I feel
that makes me
monkey's
laugh
exhaustion.
like every time.
That
the
monkey
monkey's
is just like, oh my life is horrible. My family was killed, and I have to deal with this jerk.
There's like an episode where he finds out how like salt can block ghosts.
Oh yeah.
And he just like pours salt around him and traps him in a bathroom and like leaves.
The monkey does?
Yeah. Just so many good things in that show.
It's so funny.
And it wraps up with since we gave myself permission to spoil it.
Yeah.
Is that it ends in a good kind of like redemption moment where he comes to terms with stuff so he can like leave his ghostly prison. Yeah. And it's like a really nice moment or whatever. Like I was like tearing up a little bit like, oh, I love a good redemption arc. Like he learned to be a good person and all that stuff. But then in what I hate about this golden age of television is it had a perfect ending.
And then they're not going to let it end.
They added on 4 more minutes where he like comes back and there's like a new enemy and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, of course,
man. So dumb. The show even has like a really good plot twist. Like about...
Does Deadpool show up in it?
No. Did you see Lady... What is it? Lady Bullseye shows up?
Yeah. She's the detective or whatever. No, not the detective. The daughter?
No, she's like a... Well, spoiler alert, in the very end, the daughter becomes Lady Bullseye.
Yeah, okay.
But in the show, it's just like a rival assassin set out to kill this monkey that's been ruining... Like, killing all these people.
Yes.
And then there's like a ghost that shows up that's like a superhero character, and she can like see, because she is like a ghost, she can also see Jason Sudeikis or whatever. And like at one point there's like that ghost and him and a cop and the monkey, and so the monkey's like talking to the Jason Sudeikis' ghost who can talk to the other ghost who can talk to the human.
It's ridiculous.
It is, and I love how ridiculous it is. That's what I enjoy about it. But it is like in episode 2 when they kill that lady in the meat packing plant or whatever.
Yeah.
Ugh.
They split her.
So gross.
Or grind her up.
It is. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to watch this show.
Yeah.
This is how it is.
It's hyper violent show.
It is.
But it's fine. It's whatever. I just think it's funny that Hitmonkey as a comic book character is like such like a deep Marvel cut.
Yeah.
Like he's a antagonist to Deadpool, occasional, and like Spider-Man too. Like he's he's tussled with Spider-Man
because
twice.
It's like it at the end of the show it advertises the comic or whatever. So I've added it to my Amazon wish list.
Yeah.
But I thought it was more of a one-off.
I mean, he's not like a super like.
Oh sure, he doesn't
have a character. He's only been around for.
Doesn't have a weekly.
No, he does not have a weekly.
Oh.
That was not a super flick, Phil. You know what I see there? I see a super grace.
Yeah, it doesn't even qualify as a flick.
My. How the turns tabled.
You got me.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna go for this. What is this? A chalice?
The golden goblet, I believe.
That's close enough.
Okay, it's only a goblet. I added golden.
It was a flick, but it was not a super one. Your turn.
Alright, we need to up our... We got too distracted with our podcast life. Guess we're sailing. Oh!
Whoa,
I super flicked that time when I didn't want to.
Sure did. You're in a weird spot there, buddy.
Like a boarding action now.
Yeah, I know. What are we doing here? It's like Whale Wars. I think it's illustration of how to drop dice on the top of the octopus head.
It is really cute. I think this is a Korean game.
Ooh, that means that it's not Crash Octopus, it's Squid Games.
I've forgotten my shout-outs.
Oh! But I also knocked a bunch of junk off.
Oh my gosh. Don't apologize.
Yeah, you're right.
For making money moves.
That is what they call a super flick. I like how your captain's now standing up.
Oh, I gotta put all mine back. You can't sabotage my treasure.
That's a dumb rule.
Not gonna comment on how dumb that rule is.
It's a competitive game. I mean, it's not like I was aiming for your ship, you know what I mean? I could understand that being a rule.
Oh, I just stuck my head on the mic. Oh, that's gonna be great. My hair is probably gonna go like I made a sound effect of a sound effect that was already.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to edit that sound effect out too.
Yes.
Timestamp it.
Timestamp. I'm peeking when I'm right here. Ha. Sorry, we peaked a lot last time we recorded.
Did we?
I'm trying to get better about that. So, is this gem closer to my ship, or is this treasure closer to my ship?
I feel like they look the same, actually. Maybe the gem is a little bit closer. Like just a hair closer.
Then I'm going to go for this one. Oh my gosh!
Now that's definitely closer. In case you're wondering.
Oh, did you successfully hit your ship, right?
I already moved them.
Oh, good job.
I already moved them.
Good job with the crab action.
Yeah.
Ooh, if I get that treasure chest, I win.
Got
Ooh, that was a perfect flick.
Look at that.
It's a work of art.
That was pretty darn good, if I do say so myself.
I want to hope that I get the octopus head so I can move it away from me. No! Alright, for those listening, I just hit my own ship and knocked half the treasure off. I was one shot from winning. Now I have nothing.
I mean, you don't have nothing. You have two.
Yeah,
you have a captain
but
that's
you have
sunbathing.
3. Your captain's sunbathing too.
He is, yeah. In the nude.
Mine just has beige pants.
And a beige shirt. He's basically,
I had some
a
beige
crocodile.
swimming trunks, and Emily,
You did not.
Emily was like, no.
Where did you get those, Philip?
I don't even know. Maybe I bought them for myself. Like, I
As a
can't
joke?
remember. No, like we went on a trip, and there was a pool, and I was the only one who didn't pack their swim trunks.
Okay.
And it's like all Walmart had. But I didn't care. I wasn't picky. Swim trunks or swim trunks. I especially wasn't aware of my own skin tone and how it matches clothes.
Why would you be? That's the real question.
That's what keeps me hyper masculine.
Is it?
I don't see skin color.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good of you. It is 2021, Philip. Get with the program. There's no skin color.
So put them on. They match my skin tone perfectly.
That is disturbing.
And when we got married, Emily's like, "So we're throwing these away," and I said, "No. Someday I'll have a daughter, and I will wear these to the pool with her, and she will die inside." And Emily said, "I'm gonna die inside. We're throwing these away." And then every time we go to the pool for like the last 3 years, Emily's like, "I shouldn't have made you throw those away because you would embarrass her so bad."
Man, like when we went to, was it this past summer when we had the pool party for the church or whatever?
Oh yeah,
it would have been hilarious if you wore them to that.
I know, right? Just come strolling
so
in.
So funny. Golly, that would have been
Everyone
hilarious.
would double take in, be like,
whoa,
"Is he a
whoa,
Kindle?"
this is for church, Philip. I mean, do you in your own time, friend, but hey, there's just kids around, okay?
Kids.
Church kids.
So now I need a gold bar.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things in Louisville, I was going to say local rap legend, Prodigy the Kid, is working on a intro song for us.
Oh, yeah?
Some early cuts. It's pretty good.
Nice.
It's just a beat.
But hey.
But it's pretty legit. It starts with like a die hitting a table, and there's like cards shuffling in the background.
It's amazing.
I'm so bad at music. He's like, "What kind of do you want?" I was like, "I want it to be exciting, but also chill, like 50 Cent's into club."
Philip. Fill up. That's what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
What happened to you? You okay?
It feels like a good choice.
No, it is.
I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. I just I'm not vibing on this description that you just gave. Like if I was a music producer and somebody was like, "My music is like it's real exciting, but it's also chill, like 50 Cent in the club," I'd be like, "Thank you for coming in."
That's a fair description of the song, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that is, though, actually. I said yeah, and I don't know why.
Because what I've learned in the editing room is we say yeah to a lot of what each other says.
I think it's not necessarily like that we're agreeing. It's more of like a indicator that we're listening.
Oh, yeah.
See?
What?
It's better than huh? Or sure. Or
Come again?
whatever. Ooh, did you get it?
I did,
Man.
but the octopus has to attack first. Yeah, you go first on the octopus attack.
All right.
Might come down to this. Oh!
That was a beautiful octopus stack.
No, I had all 5. I'm down to 2 again. I'm going to get you back. You're right next to the octopus head.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I sniped your gym.
You did.
Knocked it right off the top. We should say affirmative instead of yeah, is our suggestion from the chat.
Negative. No offense.
I think it's just so subconscious. Like, maybe you should edit one of these with me. And you'll be like, why do we say yeah so much?
I do notice that me personally, when I'm explaining things, I say like a lot.
Oh, so do I. I try to cut out our likes when I can.
I've noticed because there's no way that there's that minimal amount of likes coming from. I'm just talking about from me. I'm not even talking about you. I don't even pay attention to you saying it a lot. I know that I do because I'm aware of my own speech patterns, I guess. I don't know.
Affirmative.
That's not good. That doesn't sound. It's not a good vibe.
It's like we're robots instead of people.
We're life model decoys. Call back to the last episode.
Yeah, real fans. Emily suggests like coming up with 10 ways to say yes or yeah. I feel like better than a post-it, we'd have like a little jar. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, I want to show Josh I'm listening. You yeah me. Oh no. This is like I also say or whatever a lot, and someone called me out on it at work like 10 years ago. And it haunts me to this day. I can't break it.
I can't stand... I haven't been called out on a speech pattern since, like, broadcasting in high school. Because I said like all the time.
Yeah.
Like every other word. I just did it.
Yeah. You just like to describe
I just liked me describing how much I use the word like.
Affirmative.
But that haunted me. And to this day, I try really hard not to say like.
I mean, I kind of want to, but also like... What do you say instead? There has to be something.
I don't know.
You just like loft out there to give you time to get the next word queued up.
I think it's just your mouth's gotta be faster than your brain. Or no, sorry, your brain's gotta be faster than your mouth because your mouth is just spewing out filler words like or yeah,
or whatever.
Oh,
the game's gonna end like on time here.
It is a fun game though. I wasn't really sure how I felt about it looking at it. Like it looked interesting. It looked very different from anything I've ever played before. But I enjoy it. It's fun. It's challenging.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty fun. It's like, it was only like $20 or whatever South Korean monies it is.
I don't know.
I know. It like translated like $15, but then shipping was crazy. And I was like, I don't know. This is the easiest $20 I ever spent. Because I like kind of the
flickiness the aesthetic of it.
Oh my gosh. Completely lack the motor skills to play this game.
Is the gold bar the way?
Yeah, because the captain's touching the boat. He's like, let me on board.
No captain.
Sorry, flick you, buddy.
You don't need a captain.
Oh, speaking of Kickstarters, though, so I feel like I took a gamble here.
Yeah.
But there's this Kickstarter game. Well, this game's called Zombicide. It's been around for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Had an iteration called Black Plague, where it's like medieval times.
That's fun.
My friend has it. Super fun.
Yeah.
And I thought, Josh needs to play this game.
Interesting.
Their most recent Kickstarter one, I can't remember what it's called, but it's Cowboys.
Interesting.
And it's like a co-op, and it's cool. Like, you move your characters around, like, you level up, you collect items, and then every turn the zombies, like, step closer and more come out.
Interesting.
And it's really fun.
So it's like a survival
Yeah,
type.
It's like a dungeon crawling survival game. And this one's Wild West theme. It has like a train that runs through it. And so you can like jump on the train and run over zombies with it and stuff. I thought it was pretty amazing. But the base level game, $100. Because it's got like
Yikes.
800 miniatures in it. Like it's like full-size zombie miniatures.
Yikes.
Which part of it makes it cool. But that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't have $100 right now.
Yeah.
So anyways, it passed. I missed it. Whatever. Get this Facebook ad for this company called Game Steward, and they want to sell like the full add-ons, everything from the Kickstarter. Like it was $250 during the Kickstarter because it got like 5 expansions.
Yeah.
They sell it for $69.
Wow.
And I was like, I got $69.
Yeah. So did you get it?
I did.
Oh.
But so it just feels so sketch for them to like resell something for a third of its full price.
Dude, I get it, man. I got burned last Christmas for the Series X before I got my Series X.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I ever told you this. I found a dude on, StockX. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's kind of like eBay. I mean, it's an auction site like eBay, but it's much more like eBay. Like is more. You could put it up for auction, but like a lot of people, at least from my experience, it's like buy it now for like triple what you would expect it to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's like resellers.
Yeah, but StockX is just straight up an auction. Like there's no buy now. It's like it's set for a certain time, and then like it goes up and up and up and up. So anyway, I bought, or I thought I was going to buy a Series X on there last Christmas, like right around Christmas time, for like $200. So I thought I did it. Instead of like doing a transaction through the app, I was a dummy because he said, let's do a transaction through PayPal. But it was like not a friends and family deal. It was like a seller. So I was covered, thank goodness, because I ended up getting my money back.
Good.
But it was a whole deal where like a month went by and nothing. And I was like,
oh my gosh. I was afraid he was going to be one of those people who were like selling the Series X box. And you're like, oh, an Xbox. But then it's just like the box that a Series X came in.
oh yeah, that happened a lot last year too.
Boom! Knocked your goblet out.
You're garbage, Philip.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I love you.
It's your shot. No, all is fair in board games. Except cheating.
Well, yeah, because that wouldn't be fair. That's literally...
So not everything is fair? This is hard.
Yeah. Life's hard, man. You know what else is hard? Segue. Well, A, getting that stupid goblet to go where I want it to go. That's hard. But B...
I'm going to reverse your segue to finish up about Zombicide.
Yeah.
I checked a bunch of reviews for this Game Steward site, and all of them were like, they are the best company ever, and I got my stuff on time. Huh. And I'm like, is that a good review? Or is this a robot? So I got $69 on the line, and we'll see.
Better than $100.
Yep.
It's better than $250.
And I'm only also doing it because I sold those cards on eBay.
There you go.
And I was like, it's all gravy.
It works out. Yeah, it all comes out in the wash.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I was going to say what's hard is to walk back on a previous statement where I talked trash about the Halo.
Oh, yeah.
I
do want to say.
I dropped $9 and bought it. I wasn't going to get like the premium battle pass. That's ridiculous.
How many battle passes are there?
The premium one like comes with extra like boosts or whatever.
I know. That's like one of the complaints. Everyone's like, it's clearly designed to make you use boosts all the time. To swap out your...
I don't agree with that.
Well, I think, though, since we last talked about it, it's improved. Because you were trying to get me to see what my rank is.
Yeah.
And I got on there, and I was like, oh, this battle pass sucks because I feel like I'm never leveling up. But now it's like 200 points, 300 points, and I leveled up like twice in 5 games.
Yeah.
Like, I've been leveling up faster than I was 2 weeks ago when we talked about it last.
Yeah. See, now
so they've been steadily improving everything.
I dig it, man. The multiplayer, I started the campaign yesterday, or no, 2 days, and I have not played a Halo campaign in so long. I am so lost as to what's going on in the story.
Dude, the story is so convoluted in that thing anyways.
It's very true.
Dude, but by the time they add co-op, I feel like it'll be in a great place. The game will be going really well.
What's closer, the captain or the chalice?
I think the captain's closer. Chalice is what you got a trick shot, though. Part of the reason they got me into the game, they had like a really sweet video of them demoing this Crash Octopus.
Yeah.
Where they're like, trick shots, and they're like using the goblet to like spin around like a tentacle and hit their boat. And I was like, I'm gonna be that cool when I play.
Have you done that yet?
No.
No. I feel like you could though.
Yeah.
You just gotta figure out the physics of like what side's gonna go.
Oh, so you just scored one. So this is the end of the game.
Yeah. Unless something gets knocked off your boat. Or my boat.
I know. I've got 3 to your 2.
Yeah.
I will refresh the tiebreakers before we start knocking stuff off ships. So there's no hard feelings.
Yeah.
However this works out. See, that was a yeah, and I feel like we can keep that.
Sure.
Okay, so Goblet and Gold Bar are like the top 2 of what we've got. So Goblet's the best, Gold Bar, followed by Gem, and Treasure Chest is the worst. What
about Captain?
Captain's the best, but neither of us have a captain. So I want to knock your goblet off. This is the level of octopus attack precision you're about to get.
It's a weird sentence to say.
Oh, that was nearly a good shot.
Nearly.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, right?
Yep.
Such a good phrase.
Ooh, I almost sabotaged myself. Could have been so bad.
3-2. Phil gets the W.
Man. Alright, good game.
Good game.
Good game.
How'd you like it?
I like it. It's fun. It's different. I mean, like I said, it's
no Halo Infinite.
No, it's not. I appreciate the aesthetic of it a lot, though.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's interesting.
You want to try to play a second one quickly?
Quickly, sure. Yeah, let's do it. Here we go.
You said quickly in a really intense way.
Because quickly is an intense adjective. Is it not?
I guess so. I just felt like you didn't think.
Oh, no.
We could play quickly.
I think we can.
So any other Halo? I haven't dabbled in the campaign.
It's fun. I mean, if you played one campaign, you played them all.
Well, this one is supposed to be more open world.
I haven't gotten to the part yet, but I heard that it's like the concept is still the same. Like obviously, combat is going to be the same, exactly the same. But if it ain't broke.
Which is something they never said about Halos 4 through 5.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry I'm not ranked up enough so we can compare our rankings.
No, that's okay, man. I'm proud of my gold 1.
Nice.
ranking.
Dude, it's like...
I thought it was going to be bronze for sure. Because, like, I did not win. I only won 1 match out of 10 matches. But, I mean, like, I performed well in each match. Like, I wasn't, like, a dead weight.
I was like bouncing between these, right? Like, my first ranked match, it's like my back was sore from carrying the team.
Yeah.
And then the next one, they put me with these dudes who were, like, running in formation and like spawn killing me, and I was like, this sucks. And then my next one, it was like, again, like I was carrying a team and I just like keep bouncing back and forth these, and the first 3 were just all that battle rifle no radar mode. So stressful.
Can I tell you that like that's the mode that I'm most efficient at? And I've learned that I am insanely good at aiming with a battle rifle not down the scope. Like,
oh, very nice.
There's a dude, like, I came across, it was 1 match, Team Slayer battle rifle, no radar or whatever. And, like, me and a teammate, like, came down a corridor, and there was, like, their whole team was, like, right there. And we're like, oh, crap. So we just start chucking grenades, right? One of my grenades takes down the shields of 2 dudes. They end up getting killed by other grenades, and my teammate, he drops. The other dude thinks that I'm retreating, so he starts running because his shields are down instead of chasing after me. And I'm following him, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to let him get my points. So he goes to jump off the map, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. And he's really far away from me, and I don't look down the scope, and I'm like lining it up, and I just fire, and it's just a 1 shot to the back of the head because he had no shields.
Nice.
And it was like, and he just started like spiraling off the map, and I was like, I'm gonna pretend like I meant to do that, so that if anyone watches this replay and they're like, that was like that guy's.
Yeah. Speaking of people walking off the cliff in that game, I have like no spatial awareness.
Yeah, neither do I.
And I feel like because I haven't played a lot of shooters and stuff since Lucy's been around.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how frustrated Halo makes me.
It's understandable.
I was like, oh, fudge! She's like, fudge? Why would you yell fudge, Dad?
Don't worry about it.
It's delicious. Leave me alone. Trying to get a headshot in.
It's a holiday treat.
I think I got the shot on the gym.
Ooh, look at you. That was a good shot.
All right. Now let's octopus attack, or crash the octopus. Crash the octopus. Dude, I'm gonna arc it. It's gonna called shot. Watch this.
All right, do it.
Dang.
Or you're gonna do a little bit more impressive thing than what I did.
All right. So, can I tell you how bad Brea ended up?
I am thrilled to hear the disaster that is this show.
So, like, big plot twist of episode 8. I just, like, literally laughed for 5 minutes. Like, I couldn't even hold myself. Because you know how, like, the main piloty dude was having flashes of the 10,000 BC or whatever?
Yeah.
Alright, do you know why he was having flashes of 10,000 BC?
Why?
They were actually memories, and he was the little boy spying on them the whole time.
What? Excuse me?
All his flashes were his memories, and that he was like this little 6-year-old boy spying on them the whole time.
Why was he spying on them?
Because he was curious about the sky people. Because grandfather said to stay away from the sky people.
Is he a Neanderthal? I don't understand.
Well, there weren't like, I don't know. No, it's really weird because like they talk about the sky people being enemies at all. Yeah. As grandpa was trying not to let him go back to the future or whatever. So crazy. Dude, I feel like there's a real chance his grandfather could be his son.
Listen, I can't right now.
And so it was insane. I was just like, of course he was in 10,000 BC spying on them, and that's why he sees what's happening.
So dumb. Who are these writers, man?
I don't know. Although, to their credit, the one positive I'll give this show is I feel like it asked one of the most interesting time travel questions I've ever seen. And you know how I love time travel.
Yeah.
The episode before is like, oh, I was adopted, I forgot. And there was someone else with me. I need to figure out who it is. And then at the end of the episode, they're like, hey, I was a kid from 10,000 BC.
It's ridiculous.
And so, in the past, they're like, we've got to get him to the portal that appears in Seattle in 1988. And so he can, like, show up in the present time and have visions or whatever. But all the people trapped there, they're like, wait, so we could go back to modern times, but in 1988, or we could stay here and hope for another portal to open.
This is really troubling.
Is it? I feel like that is an interesting time travel question. I've never
It
seen
is,
before.
yeah, no, but like the whole concept of the show in itself. So I went back, like a couple weeks ago when we were talking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just kind of curious about the effects of the show. And boy, oh boy, they are bad.
They're real goofy.
The ground sloth episode. So episode 3, not far into it, you know. When it comes out and it's fur, dude, its fur looks so bad. I was like, I don't understand why this like passed over editor's eyes and we're like, you know, that's good. Keep it in.
This just like reminds me so much of old Sliders, low budget special effects.
I get it, man.
It is in the finale. It turns out that his sister was one of the girls from the future that went forward to 1988 or whatever with him.
What?
So it's convoluted and confusing.
It's so confusing.
But I was just like, what would you do, right? If you were trapped in 10,000 BC with fake sloths attacking your food stock.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Would you
or getting mauled
hold
by
out to come back to now with your family? Or would you come back in 1988 and be like a grown man when you're a baby?
I don't know, man. I'll probably get away from the horrible CG ground sloth at any cost. Because who knows what he's going to eat next, you know?
I guess you could like become your own guardian angel.
Oh, that's a fun idea.
With like future knowledge of like buying Bitcoin day one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then like what happens to you?
I don't know. Because they did have a whole thing where they're like, well, since it's their dad, if he doesn't get through the portal on time, they'll cease to exist. And so I thought it was going to be like a whole Back to the Future, they fade away kind of thing. But instead, they just got like tummy aches.
As you do. When your timeline gets screwed up, boy, oh boy, does it give you a rough tummy ache. You think being lactose intolerant is bad.
Imagine being erased from the timeline.
Just imagine.
Turns out that's why people are gluten-free, because they're about to be replaced on the timeline.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're like, they go to the doctor and they're like, looking at your timeline diagnostic here, you
seems like your parents might disappear.
It seems like you only have a few months to exist.
You're
oh my gosh, like live? Well, like exist ever. So
yeah, we'll forget about you, so it'll be fine.
It's what I mean. So in the meantime, you're just gonna have to go gluten-free.
Bread just really accelerates the time dilation.
Does that count?
That counts.
Nice. It was kind of a trick shot. Not really though.
It was. Put that on instant replay. That's our highlight reel. Now I'm gonna trick shot you with this die for realsies. Here it comes, homie, with your 4 treasures.
All right.
Oh no! I think it's bad if I throw it off the board. Remember I said you're a bad person.
You did say that quite a few times.
So I just get to do nothing because I went off the board. So maybe I am a good person.
Maybe. After all, do I attack?
Yeah, you get to crash the octopus. You blanked me, man!
Right in the blank hole.
I'm flicking sick of this game.
Right in the blank
This is going to be the first episode my mom listens to.
Phil! What colorful language! I don't know. I don't think that's what your mom would say, but maybe. I'm just going to say this. I was aiming for your ship, but I was not aiming to destroy your ship like that. But hey.
A more gentle octopus attack.
I mean, just thought I was trying to actually snipe a piece off.
How'd I miss? Oh my gosh. So bad. Missing short like that is like the worst thing in this game. Because then you're not allowed to hit it anymore because it's the closest treasure.
I'm going to move my anchor away.
You're so bad at sailing.
I really am.
Dang. This is how I act in Halo.
Fudge! We're not even moving at all.
Well, it's like a graze there, buddy.
Yeah, that's like a super graze.
Grazing your captain?
Yeah, a little bit. His legs, too.
Set your flickers for
graze.
graze.
He's doing this. Set your flickers for graze.
There we go. Now if you hit the captain, you get an octopus attack you.
Yeah.
Alright, this is your final chance to rearrange your treasures.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Fill up.
I do that to board games all the time, and it matters a lot in this one.
Yeah. See what you got, buddy.
Gotta snipe you.
Yep.
Here it comes, no scope.
Do it. Do a 360 no scope. Let's see you do it.
You do 360. You know how dizzy I get, Ethan.
Please. So funny. I don't even know where it went.
Oh, no. It's like a crucial piece of this game, and I just lost it. What a huge mistake. No one on the podcast can see it.
There it is. I got it.
Oh, Hey, see, that's why you should watch us record live in front of a streaming audience.
Because you miss out on
the 360 spin. All right. You have to technically crash Octopus, and then you'll win as long as you don't mess yourself up.
All right. Now that you put that out there.
You killed the crab!
Not in the game. Ugh. Good game.
Good game. That was fun.
It was.
You can talk about Loop Hero before we sign off if you want.
Oh, yeah, because you would really like this game.
Like I said, it's something. It popped up on like a recommended list for me somehow. Like Google's like, I think you'd like this game.
And it's a perfect Switch game. I think it came out on PC first, PC and console first. When I say console, I mean Xbox and PlayStation. It just launched on Switch. And so I was trying to explain this to my friend. I'm going to see if I can do better than what I did with him, okay?
All right.
So the concept, plot-wise, is that this lich...
Oh, I know what a lich is.
Yes. has erased existence of this like magical kingdom.
Liches are just like evil wizards who zombify themselves, essentially.
Yeah.
Consciously.
Yeah. So like,
if there's a better term.
I would say that's accurate. They sacrifice like their humanity.
Yeah, for ultimate power.
Yeah, it's like making a deal with the devil.
Very Jafar, but less fun.
Way less.
Another Aladdin callback.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So they wipe out like all of like existence in this like magical world. The character that you start out as just like a no-name basic warrior class, essentially.
Yeah.
They have memories of what. Like very faint basic memories of what life was before they woke up in this like empty void. And because of that, there's like a loop, like a little path that he like walks on, and on that loop is cards like that open up tiles that like do certain terrains that spawn creatures and monsters and stuff that you have to fight. So like the combat and the exploration, quote unquote, is all done automatically. The stuff that you do is you're laying down cards to figure out like how you want to rebuild the world from this loop that he remembers. But every time that you finish a loop, meaning you either like fill out the board with your cards or you go back to your camp to heal or whatever you got to do. If that loop's finished, then man, this is such a hard game to like explain on paper, but it's so cool. All right, hold on. Let me kind of go back a little bit. Everything gets wiped out. You get a loop that you have to go through. To beat that loop, you have to play these cards that you get that are mostly different terrain types that spawn different types of enemies. Like swamps will spawn mosquitoes.
I was like waiting for skeletons or zombies.
Well, they have cemeteries that spawn skeletons or zombies.
It's like your new gear is like one of those electric bug zappers.
Yeah. Just random. There's like vampire mansion that a vampire can be hidden but will attack with any nearby enemy or whatever. Anyway, point is that you want to fight these monsters and collect resources, take back to your camp, like rebuild your camp. That gives you buffs every time you go out into a loop, because every time you go back to your camp and come back out, the loop resets. But you can go through the loop as many times as you want, but every time you go through the loop, everything increases in power. And you get gear, like armor and weapons and such. Certain classes, I think there's like 3 or 4 unlockable classes. I've only gotten 1 so far. I've only played it for a few days, but it's very good. I know there's a rogue class. I don't know how many more is after that. There's the warrior and there's a rogue, and I think there's 1 more.
I read some kind of review. I feel like there was 5 classes in total.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I was thinking that it was more than Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Which is what I've been playing a lot of mobily.
It's definitely like Loop Hero is definitely the perfect Switch game because you can just watch TV or do anything, really. Because you're really only focusing on laying the cards, and then your character will walk around the loop and automatically fight whatever comes your way. But after every battle, it pauses so that you can re-up on terrain or whatever.
Because the review I said, it's kind of like this interesting balance of you need enough enemies that you like level up and collect gear, but not too many enemies that you're injured before the boss fight.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty interesting.
It is... The gear kind of comes, I would say, with every battle. Like, you get something new. Right now, my strategy is to collect resources to get opening buffs for every time I go into a loop. So that way, regardless of how many enemies I may have accidentally laid out in the field, which has happened, I've, like, gone through halfway through a loop and been, oh, man, like, I'm not going to make this. So you have to run, and that's an interesting mechanic too, is that you can choose to escape a loop halfway through, but you lose. There's a penalty, obviously. Lose. You could have like all the gear that you need to upgrade your camp to like give you the next start a loop with a powerful weapon or something like that, or a buff or potion or whatever. If you escape in the middle of the loop, you lose 60% of whatever you had.
Oh.
So you'd have to go back and regrind to get whatever. I don't know, man. It's really cool.
Very interesting.
The card mechanic is fun because different ways that you unlock, or different units and different buildings that you unlock in the camp give you different card types that have different abilities. Most of the cards help you. Definitely all the terrain types help you. And a lot of the monster ones actually end up helping you if you play them strategically. Like there's one that like feeds off another monster type, and you get the benefits of that. I think there's like one that's like a bug eater, and if you put it next to a spider nest, they'll eat the spiders, and you'll get whatever the spiders dropped if you had fought them. But the downside of that is that once they eat the spiders, they're now stronger. So
interesting. I like that. There's a lot of nuance there.
It's pretty cool. I just picked it up, like I said, just a few days ago, and it's been my chill, kind of mindless game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's nothing going on.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, not playing Halo Infinite.
I know. That's the one thing about it is that it's like, I take it seriously enough that I want to play it. I'm like, I finally hit the point in my adulthood where if I have to set it down and do something, I can. Like, it kicked me out of a match once because it was like...
Inactivity or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it hurt me a little bit, but I was like, it's the right thing to do as an adult.
It kicked me out a few times because I'd had to respond to Piper fussing in the middle of the night.
That's not what I'm saying.
But you know what? I appreciate that because that saved me from getting killed 10 times in a row in a ranked match, you know? Because they're like, no, you're not playing, obviously.
I did have one match where it was like, it was 4-on-4 Slayer with the battle rifles and no radar. And two of my teammates like dropped right away.
Didn't you hate that?
Very salty. But me and the other dude found a rhythm. And so they didn't get to 50 kills. And we only lost by 14. Which I feel like is not bad for being 4-on-2.
No, that's not bad at all. Dude, I got like
the mega assist medal.
Nice.
For getting so many assists.
I did a big battle match. The Total Control, where not the Strongholds one, but the one where you had control 3 points and you get a point. So I did that one, and we were like getting smoked. It was like 2-0. I was like, there's no way we're gonna come back from this. Like, there's no way. Dude, I don't know what pep talk the other people had, but like we came back and we stopped them every single time they came like within like a centimeter of the rings closing when they're like capturing points. And we stopped them, and we came back and we won.
Yes!
Like, I have no idea how it happened, dude. But, like, I've had several matches like that where, like, no way we're going to win. No way. There's no chance. And then, lo and behold, like, Oddball, that's another one that's happened. There's one I played last night. It was a ranked one. The other team they got up to 99, and we were at 60 or whatever. Or maybe it wasn't ranked. Maybe it was just a regular match.
Just keep their hands off the ball.
Do I?
Just keep their hands off the ball?
Yeah. Well, they were at 99. Like, they just had to touch it one time.
Dude, that's why I love Oddball.
And we just managed. We were like 65. And we managed to come back and win. And I know that team was mad.
Oh, yeah.
They were heated.
Yeah. Because they would be like, just touch the ball. Just pick it up. Somebody pick it up.
Stop shooting everybody.
You're just going to touch it. Dude, so best Halo game at a LAN party is Oddball low scoring. It's like this hidden gem no one knows about. Because low scoring means your team score is whatever the lowest score on your team is. Mm-hmm. So when you're playing with Oddball, that means everyone on your team has to hold the ball for 30 seconds. For you to win a 30-second game. It's really great at LAN parties because like your skill disparity can be kind of big sometimes. And so it then turns into like this like VIP game where you have your worst player pick up the ball and everyone's trying to protect them because they haven't got their 30 seconds yet.
Nice.
And it's so fun.
That's awesome.
So fun. It's the best. And it is like the best players will grab it and then like launch it across the screen, like throw the ball, be like, you gotta catch it. You need your 30 seconds. It's so good, man.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, and I'm super digging Halo Infinite. The Battle Pass, I guess, like I said, it's improved since last time we talked.
It is.
I enjoy it. I have not boosted anything because I don't feel the need to. I'm level 20, I think.
Dude, no, seriously, when it started out, it was like a grind. Everything. There's only 2 possible like weeklies you could do at a time, and it was like win a game of Capture the Flag. And you know how you can't just like pick Capture the Flag to play.
Right.
You know?
Now they have the option, though, to do something, well, not Capture the Flag, but you have, like, Fiesta, Slayer, Tactical Slayer. What's the other one? There's one more that they added a playlist for.
So that's legit. It's going to be the Halo Fanboy podcast instead.
Yeah, it's fine.
So let's call it a night.
Yeah, man.
Or a podcast.
Let's call it
sometimes people listen while they drink their coffee.
It's true. I'm going to be listening. You know what I'm going to be listening to this episode?
What?
Well, probably not this episode, but the last episode on the way to Florida.
All right. You haven't listened to the last episode yet?
No, I have. I'll listen to it again. Sadie hasn't listened to it.
Oh, is she a fan?
Yeah.
That's good.
Anything Dad and Uncle Phil do. I mean,
that's not. She's great.
She's down. She's always down. But yeah, I enjoy this game. I might look into picking this up at some point. It's like a fun family game.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
And 4-player, like, it kind of like, because you're moving this crab up, it's almost even like faster with 4 players.
Yeah.
Like every round somebody's like hitting treasure.
Yeah.
And there's more people to attack with the die. It's really fun. One game I played before now. I'm up to 3 games.
If this was the Halo Infinite ranking, what would you be? Would you be gold?
Oh, yeah, no. What's the bottom? Bronze, maybe?
Yeah.
Clay.
Ash.
Oh, yeah. And
Glass.
so there is the little baby octopus head. It was like a Kickstarter bonus.
Yeah.
Kickstarters are kind of interesting because they're like not quite done making it when you're part of it. So they're like, oh, hey, you know what? We found out that the small octopus is a choking hazard because it's like this 1-inch disc.
Mm.
And then somebody was like, well, what you can do is drill a hole in it. So they're able to put it back in with the hole in it. So if you swallow it like this. See, it's the podcast. No one knows I'm not choking. Got him.
Got him.
So, I don't know. It's kind of neat.
Podcast magic.
And there is like a 5th player rule with a pirate ship that's like supposed to knock stuff off other people's boats.
It's crazy.
And there's optionally an island with like rum treasures to collect.
All right.
So
that's very good.
I haven't gotten that far into the game to use all this stuff, but it's all legit. It's all fun.
That sounds fun.
Oh, so let's sign off.
Alrighty, well, you've been listening to and watching, Above the Board.
You don't have to say and watching. Cut that out for the podcast.
Fine.
What you should be watching on
twitch.tv/ Above the Board. Above the Board with Josh
and Phil.
Until next time, keep it above the board.
With Josh and Phil.
Indeed.
Affirmative.
You win. Perfect.